go. Wrap up. What have I been reading? I've not had as much time this month to read as much as I normally do over the last few weeks anyway. So these are just highlights of what I've been reading. When I do a wrap up, I'm not doing every book that I've read, I'm just doing highlights and books that I think are worth mentioning. And I do that for a simple reason, because we would be here for weeks otherwise. So, let's go. So I'm going to start with two rereads. Kill a Mockingbird and Ghost Test Watchmen. I've read To Kill a Mockingbird about 1,000 times in my life. It is my favourite book, and this one I've read many times, and I still enjoy it despite its flaws and it being the first draft of To Kill a Mockingbird, but that's a whole different thing. I have a video essay coming about Harper Lee and these two, so keep an eye out for that. This was sent to me by the author. It's signed and there's a letter in it from the author. It's an independently published comic. And I have to say this here and now, I was blown away. Think Nazis, Malta, and some quite majorly supernatural things going on. The pacing is beautiful, the story is well written. I love the characters, I love the fact it's slightly out there, I love the fact that it's this quite surreal world with this very gorgeous, sketchy art style that I love. It surprised me, and thank you for sending this to me. I think it's fantastic, and what can I say at the end of the day? It's definitely worth picking up. There'll be links for all these books in the doobly-doo, by the way. So, there it is. I read The City of Lost Fortunes. This was sent to me by the publisher. It was compared to Neil Gaiman, so why not? Anything that's compared to Neil Gaiman, I'm usually all over. I love Neil Gaiman. Magical realism with a little touch of urban fantasy. It's beautifully written. The characters are fantastic and strong and enjoyable. They're not weak, they're not mousy characters at all. And this has blown me away. I genuinely love it. I love New Orleans. It's one of my favourite cities, so when this was sent to me, it was like, ah. So, yes. I picked this up in a charity shop, The Shock of the Fall, and this book had been following me around for years. I mean that. Years, years, years and years. And I have to say, I enjoyed it. And I know people that love this book, but that was it. I enjoyed it. It didn't leave a big lasting impression. I think it's written in an interesting way. I think the writing style is unique, and that's probably the best thing about the book for me, the writing style. A friend gave me The Seven Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. I've read this through. I was blown away by this. Steph, you have a fantastic eye for books. People that I know have read it, and going by reviews and information, people either love it or they hate it, and I loved it. I love the writing, I love the fact that it has this gothic vibe, and definitely high on my list of books to look out for and read. Genuine shock how much I enjoyed this. I couldn't put it down. I started reading it on the train home and I didn't stop reading it. I read it in a weekend, less than a weekend, so there we go. Tell me guys if you've read anything on this list, if you've read any of these books, because I'd be fascinated to find out what you think of them, how you feel about them. So tell me guys, have you read any of these bad boys? And just tell me what you think in the comments below. Please like and subscribe as always, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.